In the teachings of Buddha, metaphors often hold profound wisdom. One such timeless lesson warns against the dangers of 5 metaphorical trees that, if left unchecked, can drain your wealth, both material and spiritual. These trees represent habits, attachments, and mindsets that can lead to financial instability and hinder personal growth. Understanding and addressing these elements can pave the way to a more prosperous and balanced life. In this guide, we explore these 5 trees, their impact on your life, and how to chop them down before they sap your wealth and well-being. Dead or dying trees symbolize stagnation and the absence of vitality. In various traditions, including Buddhist philosophy, the presence of such trees can represent a failure to let go of the past, an attachment to things that have already served their purpose. This clinging to what is no longer fruitful can drain energy and create a sense of heaviness in one's environment. Their decayed state may serve as a constant reminder of impermanence. But without mindfulness, this can lead to feelings of despair or neglect. When these trees are left untouched, they contribute to the stagnation of energy around them. In spiritual practices, maintaining an environment that reflects harmony and renewal is essential for sustaining wellness. Dead or decaying trees can block this natural flow, acting as obstacles to the positive transformation that life continually offers. Removing them can symbolize a conscious choice to embrace growth and move forward. Furthermore, decaying wood attracts pests and diseases that might spread to other healthy plants in the vicinity. This mirrors the way unaddressed negativity or unresolved emotions can affect other areas of our lives. If left unchecked, this decay can spread and disrupt the balance of the environment, just as unwholesome thoughts or behaviors can hinder personal development. From a practical perspective, these trees pose safety risks as their weakened branches can fall, causing physical harm or damage. Similarly, clinging to things that no longer serve us can be detrimental to our well-being, creating unnecessary risks in our emotional or spiritual lives. Removing these trees is not just about physical upkeep, but also about creating a safe and nurturing space for growth. The act of cutting down dead or dying trees can be seen as a ritual of letting go. It allows for the release of past attachments, clearing space for something new and vibrant to take root. This process aligns with Buddhist teachings on impermanence and the importance of embracing change. By acknowledging the need for renewal, we actively participate in the cycle of life and transformation. When dead trees are removed, the landscape begins to breathe again. Light finds its way through previously blocked spaces, and new life can emerge where the decay once stood. This change symbolizes the potential for rebirth and renewal in our lives when we address what no longer serves us. It reminds us that endings are not inherently negative, but are opportunities for fresh beginnings. In many cultures, trees are deeply symbolic, representing life, growth, and interconnectedness. A dead tree disrupts this symbolism, standing as a stark reminder of neglect or stagnation. By addressing this disruption, we realign with the natural rhythms of life, restoring harmony to our surroundings and ourselves. This act reinforces the importance of nurturing and maintaining both our physical and spiritual environments. Decaying trees can also create an emotional weight in the space they occupy. They may evoke feelings of loss or sadness, subtly influencing the energy of those who live nearby. Removing them can be a liberating act, freeing the space and the individuals within it from this emotional burden. It reflects the Buddhist practice of clearing the mind to cultivate clarity and peace. In Buddhist philosophy and related traditions, the idea of removing negative influences to preserve wellness is metaphorical rather than literal. However, some traditions associate the presence of certain types of trees with draining energy or creating disharmony. Here's an interpretation of 5 kinds of real trees that are believed to potentially affect wellness, along with the reasons they might need to be cut or avoided. When a tree is dead, its purpose within the ecosystem changes. Instead of providing shade, oxygen, or shelter, it becomes a source of decay and potential harm. In the same way, clinging to outdated ideas or relationships can hinder our ability to contribute positively to the world around us. Recognizing when to let go is a skill that supports both personal growth and collective well-being. Removing a dead tree requires effort and mindfulness, much like addressing issues within ourselves. It involves acknowledging the problem, taking decisive action, and being patient with the process. This mirrors the Buddhist approach to overcoming suffering, recognizing its cause, letting go of attachment, and cultivating practices that lead to liberation. Once a dead tree is removed, the surrounding environment often begins to flourish. The soil, now exposed to sunlight and air, can support new growth. This transformation is a reminder that endings pave the way for beginnings. By making space for renewal, we invite fresh energy and opportunities into our lives, reinforcing the cyclical nature of existence. The presence of dead trees may also block our ability to fully appreciate the beauty of the natural world. Their removal restores balance and allows the surrounding landscape to thrive. This act can serve as a metaphor for clearing mental clutter, enabling us to focus on the present moment and the beauty that surrounds us. Cutting down a dead tree is not an act of destruction, but of transformation. It is a conscious decision to remove what no longer serves a purpose, creating space for growth and renewal. This aligns with Buddhist teachings on the impermanence of all things and the value of living in harmony with nature's cycles. The act of addressing the presence of dead or dying trees is a practice in mindfulness. It requires awareness of the state of one's environment and the willingness to take action for the greater good. This mindfulness can extend beyond physical spaces into our inner worlds, where we can identify and release negative patterns or thoughts. Ultimately, the process of removing dead trees reflects the interconnectedness of life. Just as the removal of decay allows new life to flourish, letting go of attachments, habits, or influences that no longer serve us creates the conditions for spiritual and emotional growth. It is a practice of renewal, a commitment to fostering well-being, and a recognition of the beauty in impermanence. Trees with sharp thorns are often regarded as disruptive elements in a harmonious environment. Their physical characteristics, such as pointed edges and spiky surfaces, symbolize barriers and challenges in many cultural and spiritual contexts. In Buddhism and related traditions, such trees can serve as metaphors for harmful thoughts or obstacles on the path to enlightenment. They remind us that life's challenges can puncture the flow of our energy, if not approached with mindfulness. When placed near a home or in a living space, they can be seen as visual representations of conflict or tension. This perspective encourages individuals to address and resolve issues that might otherwise fester and grow. The presence of thorny trees can also create a sense of unease or discomfort in a physical sense. Their sharp features may deter people from walking freely in certain areas, limiting movement and creating an unconscious sense of restriction. Spiritually, this restriction might echo the way negative thoughts or unresolved emotions confine our ability to grow and thrive. The very nature of thorns serves as a reminder to be cautious of what we let into our mental and physical spaces, as unchecked negativity can create lasting wounds. These trees, though natural, hold a significant symbolic weight that calls for mindfulness. Removing or relocating such trees isn't merely an act of physical labor, it's a practice of cultivating clarity and peace. By clearing away physical obstacles, we mirror the inner work of removing psychological and emotional barriers. It is not about destroying nature, but about understanding and harmonizing with it. Thorny trees, when managed wisely, can be transformed into lessons about mindfulness and the careful nurturing of positive surroundings. This balance allows us to coexist with nature while maintaining an environment that supports our well-being. The sharpness of thorns can also be likened to the sharpness of words or actions that hurt others. In Buddhist teachings, speech and actions are considered to have profound consequences on one's karma and spiritual progress. Just as thorns can pierce the skin, unkind words or impulsive actions can wound relationships and leave lasting scars. Recognizing this parallel encourages an awareness of our impact on others and a commitment to practicing compassion and kindness in our interactions. In addition, the aesthetic aspect of thorny trees might not align with the serene and balanced energy desired in a home environment. Their rugged appearance and uninviting nature can contribute to a sense of discord. In spiritual practices, maintaining a harmonious environment is often seen as essential for meditation and reflection. The removal of thorny trees is not an act of rejecting their existence, but of prioritizing an atmosphere conducive to tranquility and growth. The idea of cutting or managing thorny trees also emphasizes the importance of balance. Nature is filled with contrasts, and the existence of thorns is part of this diversity. However, in spaces designed for peace and rejuvenation, minimizing potentially disruptive elements becomes a meaningful choice. This decision reflects an understanding of how external surroundings influence internal states. A home is more than a shelter. It is a reflection of the mind, and tending to it with care fosters an environment of balance and harmony. Furthermore, thorny trees can symbolize the difficulties encountered on the spiritual path. In Buddhism, the journey toward enlightenment is often described as challenging and filled with obstacles. Thorns, therefore, can represent these challenges, urging practitioners to proceed with perseverance and resilience. Their presence can be a reminder that growth often comes with discomfort and effort. By addressing these challenges mindfully, we cultivate the strength to overcome them. The act of removing or managing thorny trees can also be seen as an exercise in mindfulness. It requires observation, planning, and execution, all of which are key components of living mindfully. This process mirrors the inner work of identifying and addressing negative patterns in our thoughts and behaviors. Just as removing a tree requires effort and care, so does the cultivation of a peaceful and harmonious mind. In Buddhist philosophy, nature is often viewed as a teacher, offering lessons about impermanence, interconnectedness, and balance. Thorny trees are no exception. They teach us to be mindful of the challenges we encounter and to approach them with care and wisdom. Their sharp edges remind us to tread carefully and to respect the boundaries of others. By acknowledging their presence and impact, we engage in a deeper understanding of the natural world and our place within it. The relationship between humans and nature is deeply intertwined. In maintaining harmony within our surroundings, we also nurture our inner peace. Thorny trees, while natural, can disrupt this balance if not managed with intention. Their removal or relocation, therefore, becomes a symbolic act of restoring harmony, both externally and internally. This practice aligns with the Buddhist emphasis on mindfulness and intentional living. In some traditions, the energy of thorny trees is believed to affect the flow of qi, or life force energy. This belief underscores the importance of creating spaces that allow for the free movement of positive energy. While this concept might not be explicitly Buddhist, it resonates with the broader principle of cultivating environments that support well-being. Removing thorny trees in this context becomes a way of enhancing the flow of positive energy in and around the home. Moreover, thorny trees near living spaces can have practical implications. Their presence might pose safety risks, especially for children or pets, and their sharp features can cause physical harm. This consideration highlights the interplay between spiritual practices and everyday life. By addressing such practical concerns, we create an environment that is not only spiritually uplifting, but also safe and welcoming. The removal of thorny trees also invites reflection on the concept of letting go. In Buddhism, letting go of attachments and aversions is a core teaching. The decision to remove a thorny tree might involve letting go of sentimental attachments to it or overcoming resistance to change. This process becomes an opportunity to practice detachment and embrace the impermanence of all things. In the end, thorny trees, like all elements of nature, have their place and purpose. Their removal is not about rejecting nature, but about creating an environment that aligns with our spiritual and practical needs. This process reflects the Buddhist teaching of right effort, which involves making choices that lead to the cessation of suffering and the cultivation of happiness. By mindfully tending to our surroundings, we take a step toward greater harmony and well-being. Finally, the decision to remove thorny trees is a personal one, guided by the unique needs and values of each individual or household. It is not a one-size-fits-all solution, but a practice of discernment and intentional living. This approach aligns with the Buddhist principle of skillful means, which emphasizes adapting teachings and practices to suit the circumstances. In this way, managing thorny trees becomes a meaningful act of mindfulness and care. Large trees that block sunlight near a house can have a significant impact on the environment and the well-being of those living nearby. These trees, while majestic and beneficial in some contexts, can create a sense of darkness and dampness when their canopies are overly dense and positioned in a way that shades key areas of a home. In Buddhist philosophy and related traditions, light is often symbolic of clarity, wisdom, and enlightenment, making the presence of shadows or darkness potentially disruptive to a harmonious living space. When sunlight is obstructed, the physical environment can become cooler and more humid, which might contribute to an uncomfortable atmosphere. This dampness can also promote the growth of mold, mildew, and insects, leading to potential health concerns. While trees provide oxygen and beauty, their unchecked growth can tip the balance, creating an environment that feels heavy or stagnant. This imbalance is often seen not just as a physical concern, but also as a reflection of an inner state of mind. From a spiritual perspective, the absence of light can symbolize ignorance or the lack of clarity in one's life. In many traditions, light is a guiding force, illuminating the path toward understanding and inner peace. When large trees block sunlight, they may inadvertently create a sense of gloom, impacting the energy flow within the home and its surroundings. This disruption can mirror internal obstacles, such as confusion, fear, or a lack of direction, which are barriers to spiritual growth. Additionally, excessive shade can disrupt the natural growth of smaller plants and flowers in the vicinity, which rely on sunlight to thrive. This can lead to a diminished sense of vitality in the garden or yard, further amplifying the sense of imbalance. The environment around a home is often seen as an extension of the self, and when it appears neglected or out of harmony, it can subtly influence the emotions and thoughts of those who live there. For many people, the presence of sunlight streaming through windows or illuminating a yard is uplifting, creating a sense of warmth and openness. It fosters a connection to nature and the outside world, encouraging mindfulness and an appreciation of life's simple beauties. When this is obstructed, the feeling of confinement or isolation may arise, even if unconsciously, affecting overall well-being. Maintaining a balance between shade and light is therefore crucial for creating a nurturing living environment. Removing or trimming trees that block sunlight is not just about improving physical conditions. It is also a metaphorical act of creating space for clarity and positive energy. Just as pruning a tree allows for healthier growth and better fruit, removing obstacles in the physical environment can inspire personal and spiritual growth. This act can serve as a reminder to let go of habits, thoughts, or relationships that no longer serve a constructive purpose in one's life. In Buddhist thought, letting go is often emphasized as a path to freedom and enlightenment. By addressing issues in the external environment, such as sunlight blocking trees, one can take a small but meaningful step toward cultivating a harmonious space that reflects inner balance. It is a way of aligning one's surroundings with the values of mindfulness, simplicity, and intentionality. At the same time, the act of cutting or trimming trees should be approached with respect for nature. Trees are living beings that provide countless benefits, and their removal should not be done lightly. Instead, it is important to assess the situation carefully and make decisions that consider the overall health of the environment and the well-being of all who share it. This mindful approach aligns with Buddhist teachings on compassion and interconnectedness. Maintaining harmony between light and shadow in the home is not about achieving perfection, but about finding balance. Just as life has its moments of darkness and light, the physical environment should reflect a natural equilibrium. By ensuring that sunlight has space to enter and illuminate the home, one can foster a sense of openness and positivity that supports both physical health and spiritual well-being. Ultimately, addressing the issue of sunlight blocking trees is a reminder of the importance of creating an environment that supports vitality, clarity, and balance. Whether viewed from a practical or spiritual perspective, making thoughtful changes to the surroundings can have a profound effect on the way life is experienced. It is an opportunity to align the outer world with the inner, creating a space that nurtures peace and growth. In certain Buddhist and traditional Asian practices, trees are often associated with spiritual energies and symbolic meanings. Some trees, such as tamarind or fig, carry dual connotations. They are revered as sacred in many cultural contexts, yet their proximity to living spaces can sometimes be seen as inauspicious. These beliefs often stem from folklore and spiritual interpretations rather than scientific reasoning, but they hold significant sway in the collective consciousness of communities influenced by Buddhist traditions. Tamarind trees, for example, are believed to possess powerful energies that can either protect or disrupt, depending on their placement. When planted near homes, they are thought to attract restless spirits or create an imbalance in the energy field. Similarly, fig trees, though often associated with enlightenment due to their connection with the Buddha's awakening under the Bodhi tree, are also seen as conduits for spiritual forces that might not align well with domestic tranquility. These beliefs highlight the nuanced relationship between humans and nature, where even something as rooted and enduring as a tree can symbolize both life and disruption. The presence of such trees near a house is sometimes said to disturb the natural harmony of the space. In traditional interpretations, this disturbance might manifest as unexplained unease, poor health, or difficulty maintaining positive relationships within the household. While these outcomes may not have direct scientific support, they reflect the deeply ingrained understanding of energy and its flow in human environments. It is a reminder of how interconnected people feel with their surroundings, particularly in spiritual practices that emphasize balance and mindfulness. Removing or relocating these trees is often seen as a practical solution to restore harmony. This action is not intended as a rejection of the tree's spiritual significance, but rather an acknowledgement of the need to create a balanced environment. In Buddhist thought, this mirrors the practice of letting go of attachments or influences that hinder spiritual growth. The removal process itself can be an act of mindfulness, undertaken with respect and gratitude for the tree's presence and purpose. This practice also speaks to the adaptability of Buddhist philosophy, which encourages individuals to consider their unique circumstances and act in ways that support their well-being and inner peace. It is not about superstition, but rather about fostering an environment conducive to meditation, mindfulness, and the cultivation of positive energy. By aligning the external environment with internal aspirations for harmony, individuals create a space where spiritual growth can flourish. In many communities, the decision to remove such a tree is accompanied by rituals or prayers to honor its life and significance. This ensures that the act of cutting is not one of destruction, but of transformation. It is a way of acknowledging the interconnectedness of all life and the cycles of growth, change, and renewal. The tree, in this sense, becomes a teacher, offering lessons on impermanence and the need for mindful action. These practices also underline the importance of intention in Buddhist thought. The act of cutting or relocating a tree is not a thoughtless action, but one imbued with purpose and awareness. It is a reminder that every decision, even one as seemingly mundane as managing a tree, has the potential to reflect larger spiritual truths. This mindfulness in action is a cornerstone of Buddhist practice, emphasizing the need to live with intention and compassion. At a broader level, these beliefs reveal the depth of traditional ecological knowledge embedded in spiritual practices. While modern science might approach tree placement from a perspective of practicality or aesthetics, traditional beliefs incorporate a more holistic understanding of how natural elements interact with human life. These practices often serve as a bridge between the physical and spiritual, offering insights into how people can coexist harmoniously with nature. Ultimately, the removal of such trees is not an act of fear, but one of wisdom. It reflects an understanding that certain energies, while valuable in one context, may not align with another. By making mindful choices about the trees in their environment, individuals practice a form of spiritual housekeeping, ensuring that their surroundings support their journey toward wellness and enlightenment. This perspective underscores the importance of context and balance in Buddhist practice. Just as the Buddha taught the middle way, avoiding extremes in thought and action, so too does the consideration of trees near a home reflect this principle. It is about finding harmony between reverence for nature and the practicalities of daily life, always guided by the intention to foster peace and well-being. The presence of overcrowded trees in a small area can create a sense of disharmony, not only in the physical environment, but also in the symbolic realm. In many spiritual traditions, including Buddhism, balance is emphasized as a key to well-being. When trees grow too close together, they compete for essential resources like sunlight, water, and nutrients. This competition can lead to stunted growth, weak structures, and diminished vitality in all the trees involved. In the context of a home environment, this imbalance can translate to feelings of congestion or stagnation, subtly affecting the mental and emotional state of the inhabitants. The symbolism of overcrowded trees extends into the human experience. Just as trees need space to grow and thrive, individuals require mental and emotional clarity to flourish. An overcrowded mind, filled with too many competing thoughts, responsibilities, or distractions, can lead to stress and a sense of being overwhelmed. The physical environment often mirrors the inner state, and a cluttered or chaotic outdoor space can reinforce feelings of anxiety or confusion. Clearing or thinning out trees in such areas can create an opportunity for renewal and focus, allowing energy to flow more freely. In Buddhist philosophy, the concept of mindfulness teaches us to recognize and address the sources of imbalance in our lives. Overcrowded trees may serve as a reminder to examine areas where we may be taking on too much or failing to prioritize effectively. By removing excess trees, we create room for the remaining ones to grow stronger and healthier. This action can inspire a similar process within ourselves, encouraging us to let go of unnecessary commitments or distractions that drain our energy and prevent us from reaching our potential. The act of pruning or removing trees is not merely an external action, it carries a deeper significance. It is a practice of discernment, of deciding what to keep and what to release. This process can be applied to our thoughts, habits, and relationships. Overcrowding in any form can lead to suffocation, whether it is the suffocation of trees struggling for sunlight or the suffocation of a spirit burdened by unexamined attachments. The practice of creating space allows us to breathe more freely and to grow in alignment with our values and aspirations. When we thin out an overcrowded grove, we also create an opportunity for light to penetrate. Light, both literal and metaphorical, represents wisdom and clarity in many spiritual traditions. In a physical sense, sunlight nourishes the trees and promotes their growth. In a symbolic sense, it illuminates our path and helps us to see things as they truly are. By allowing light to enter, we invite understanding and perspective into our lives, enabling us to navigate challenges with greater ease and confidence. Overcrowded trees can also disrupt the natural energy flow of a space. In traditions such as Feng Shui, balance and harmony in the environment are crucial for cultivating positive energy. Trees that are too tightly packed may block the flow of qi, the life force energy, creating pockets of stagnation. This stagnation can manifest as a feeling of heaviness or unease in the space. Addressing the overcrowding can restore balance and reinvigorate the energy of the area, benefiting both the environment and those who live there. In nature, every element has its role and purpose, but when balance is disrupted, the ecosystem suffers. Overcrowded trees are a reminder of the importance of maintaining harmony, not just in our surroundings, but in our lives. It is a call to evaluate our priorities and ensure that we are not spreading ourselves too thin. Just as trees require space to grow, we need space to reflect, recharge, and pursue what truly matters to us. Without this space, we risk losing touch with our inner selves. The process of clearing overcrowded trees can be seen as an act of mindfulness, an opportunity to engage with the present moment and make conscious choices. It is not about destruction, but about creating conditions for growth and renewal. When done with intention, it becomes a practice of compassion, both for the trees and for ourselves. We honor the natural order by allowing each tree the room it needs to flourish, and we honor our own needs by creating a supportive environment for our well-being. Overcrowded trees can also affect the health of the soil and the ecosystem as a whole. When too many trees vie for limited resources, the soil can become depleted, and other plants and wildlife may struggle to survive. This imbalance can ripple outwards, affecting the broader environment. Similarly, when we allow our own lives to become overcrowded with unnecessary commitments or distractions, we may find that our energy and resources are stretched too thin, impacting our ability to support ourselves and others effectively. Creating space in an overcrowded area allows for new possibilities to emerge. It opens up opportunities for growth, diversity, and resilience. In our personal lives, letting go of what no longer serves us can make room for new experiences, relationships, and insights. This process can be challenging, as it often involves facing our fears and attachments, but it is ultimately liberating. It reminds us that growth requires change, and that change is a natural and necessary part of life. The presence of overcrowded trees may also impact the aesthetic and emotional quality of a space. A dense, cluttered grove can feel oppressive or overwhelming, while a well-spaced arrangement can evoke feelings of openness and tranquility. This principle can be applied to our inner lives as well. By creating space within ourselves through practices like meditation, self-reflection, or mindful living, we cultivate a sense of peace and clarity that radiates outward into our interactions and environment. Overcrowding can also lead to vulnerability. Trees that grow too close together may become more susceptible to diseases or pests, as their proximity facilitates the spread of problems. In our lives, a lack of boundaries or excessive commitments can make us more vulnerable to stress, burnout, or negativity. Addressing overcrowding, whether in a physical or metaphorical sense, is an act of protection and care for our well-being. The act of thinning out trees can also foster a deeper connection with nature. It invites us to engage with the natural world in a thoughtful and intentional way, recognizing the interconnectedness of all living things. By creating a harmonious environment, we align ourselves with the rhythms of nature and cultivate a sense of belonging and stewardship. Ultimately, addressing overcrowded trees is about restoring balance and harmony, both in the environment and within ourselves. It is a reminder that growth and flourishing require space, light, and nourishment. By taking the time to create this space, we honor the natural cycles of life and open ourselves to the beauty and potential that arise when we live in alignment with these principles. The removal or thinning of overcrowded trees is not merely an act of environmental management, but a profound metaphor for the process of creating balance and harmony in our lives. Just as trees require space, light and nourishment to grow and thrive, so too do we need clarity, focus and room to breathe in order to flourish. Overcrowding, whether in nature or within ourselves, can lead to stagnation, competition and depletion of resources, ultimately hindering growth and vitality. By addressing this imbalance, we invite renewal, encourage resilience and foster an environment where all elements can coexist in harmony. Closing this reflection, we are reminded of the interconnectedness between our external surroundings and our internal states. The act of clearing space is not about destruction, but about making room for what truly matters, be it light, growth, or peace. It is a practice of mindfulness and intentional living, one that honors the cycles of nature and the needs of the soul. As we cultivate this balance both in our physical spaces and within ourselves, we open the door to a life of greater clarity, purpose, and fulfillment. Imagine stepping into a life where the heavy weight of financial stress no longer burdens your shoulders. The constant worry about how to pay the next bill or settle an old debt fades into the background. Now, picture achieving this transformation with a practice so simple, so accessible, that it might already be within your reach. This is not about working harder, taking on more stress, or making sacrifices that leave you drained. Instead, it's about tapping into an ancient wisdom, a Buddhist teaching that carries the potential to completely shift your relationship with money and abundance. Many people have already seen remarkable changes in their financial lives through this practice, which begins with something almost too ordinary to believe: a small object hidden in your home, quietly working to transform your reality. This isn't about complicated rituals or abstract concepts. It's practical, straightforward, and rooted in the belief that the spaces we live in and the objects we interact with hold the power to influence our energy and, by extension, our lives. Think about this for a moment. Could it really be possible that something as simple as the placement of a specific item could invite prosperity into your home? Could your closet, a space often overlooked as mundane, hold the key to a brighter financial future? What if the energy surrounding your daily life, the unseen vibrations of your environment, could be adjusted to open the floodgates of opportunity and abundance? It's a fascinating concept, isn't it? The more you think about it, the more it starts to make sense. After all, how often have you noticed that your mood is affected by the space around you? A cluttered, disorganized room creates a sense of chaos and stress, while a clean, harmonious environment brings peace and clarity. Buddhist wisdom teaches us that our surroundings are not just physical spaces, they are extensions of our minds, reflecting and amplifying our internal states. When your space is in harmony, your mind is in harmony, and this alignment creates fertile ground for abundance to grow. On the other hand, when your environment is chaotic or neglected, it can block the flow of positive energy and keep you stuck in a cycle of financial struggle. It's a perspective that feels both ancient and profoundly relevant to modern life, where so many of us feel disconnected from our surroundings and overwhelmed by financial concerns. If you've ever tried saving more money, cutting back on expenses, or working longer hours only to feel like you're spinning your wheels, this practice offers a different approach. It's not about numbers or spreadsheets, but about shifting your energy and intentions to create a foundation for financial growth. And the best part? It doesn't require extensive knowledge or a significant time investment. What it does require is a willingness to explore a new perspective, to embrace the idea that small, intentional actions can lead to big changes. The practice we're about to discuss is deeply rooted in the ancient teachings of Buddhism, passed down through generations of monks and spiritual seekers. These teachings emphasize the interconnectedness of all things, including the material and spiritual aspects of our lives. In this worldview, the way we treat our environment and the objects within it has a direct impact on the energy we attract. The monks believed that certain objects, when placed with intention and respect, could serve as channels for prosperity and abundance, creating a ripple effect that touches every aspect of life. This knowledge was not shared lightly. It was considered sacred, a tool for aligning one's inner and outer worlds. The practice involves using a symbolic object, something simple yet deeply meaningful, and placing it in a specific location in your home. The object becomes a focal point for your intentions, a physical manifestation of your desire for prosperity. But this isn't about wishful thinking or superstition. It's about creating a space that supports your goals and aligns your energy with the opportunities you seek. In this case, the object is something as humble and universal as rice. Why rice? Across cultures and centuries, rice has symbolized abundance, nourishment, and stability. It's a staple of life, a source of sustenance that transcends borders and beliefs. By using rice in this ritual, you're connecting with a powerful symbol of prosperity that resonates on both a practical and energetic level. Placing a small bag of rice in your closet, infused with your intentions for financial stability and growth, becomes a way of anchoring these desires in your daily life. Before diving into the specifics of how to prepare and carry out this ritual, it's important to understand the mindset behind it. This is not a quick fix or a magic trick. It's a practice that invites you to reflect on your relationship with money, your environment, and your own energy. It asks you to consider what prosperity truly means to you and how you can create the conditions for it to thrive. By engaging with this practice, you're not just addressing your financial concerns, you're cultivating a sense of harmony and abundance that extends far beyond the material realm. As you prepare to take the first steps, imagine the possibilities that lie ahead. Visualize a life where you feel secure and supported, where opportunities flow effortlessly, and where your financial decisions are guided by clarity and confidence. This ritual is about more than just money. It's about creating a foundation for a life of balance, peace, and fulfillment. And it all begins with a simple act of intention, a small yet powerful gesture that sets the stage for transformation. The process of creating a space that invites prosperity into your life begins with a simple yet profound act: preparing your environment. This is more than just organizing your belongings or cleaning up a mess. It's about intentionally setting the stage for abundance to enter your life. Imagine your home as an energetic mirror that reflects your inner world. If it's cluttered, chaotic, or filled with items that no longer serve you, it can block the flow of positive energy. Clearing this clutter isn't just a physical task. It's a symbolic act of making room for new opportunities, fresh energy, and the prosperity you desire. Start with your closet. Closets are often overlooked spaces in our homes, yet they hold significant energy because they store items we interact with daily. Open your closet and take a moment to observe its current state. Is it crammed with clothes you no longer wear or items you've forgotten about? Is it a space that feels stagnant or overwhelming? If so, this is the perfect opportunity to transform it into a space that supports your financial goals and aligns with the energy of abundance. Begin by emptying the closet entirely. Remove every item and place it where you can see it clearly. This step is crucial as it allows you to assess what you're holding on to and why. As you sort through your belongings, ask yourself whether each item serves a purpose or brings you joy. If it doesn't, let it go. Donate it, recycle it, or discard it with gratitude for the role it played in your life. This process of releasing the old creates space for the new, not just physically but energetically as well. As you work, visualize the energy in your closet shifting and clearing. Imagine stagnant blocks dissolving, making way for a fresh flow of positive vibrations. This visualization adds an intentional layer to your actions, turning what might seem like a mundane task into a meaningful ritual. With each item you remove, you're not just tidying up, you're creating an environment that reflects your readiness to welcome abundance into your life. Once the closet is empty, it's time to clean it thoroughly. Use a damp cloth to wipe down every surface, paying attention to corners and hidden spaces. For an added touch of renewal, incorporate a few drops of an essential oil like lavender or eucalyptus into the water. These scents are known for their calming and purifying properties, helping to create an atmosphere that feels fresh and inviting. Take your time with this step, moving mindfully and intentionally. As you clean, think of it as preparing a sacred space for the prosperity ritual you're about to perform. If you'd like, you can also light a scented candle or a stick of incense in the room as you clean. Choose a fragrance that resonates with you and enhances the sense of peace and positivity in the space. This small act of care reinforces the idea that your environment is not just a functional area, but a reflection of your energy and intentions. By treating it with respect and mindfulness, you're setting the tone for the powerful ritual that will follow. With the closet now clean and refreshed, it's time to prepare your mind. This step is just as important as preparing the physical space because your intentions are the driving force behind the ritual. Take a moment to sit quietly and breathe deeply, allowing yourself to relax and center your thoughts. Reflect on the reasons you're performing this ritual. Why do you want to invite prosperity into your life? What would financial stability and abundance mean for you and your loved ones? As you ponder these questions, shift your focus from a mindset of lack to one of abundance. Instead of dwelling on what you don't have, think about what you want to attract and how it can positively transform your life. Visualize your financial goals as though they've already been achieved. Imagine the relief, joy, and freedom that come with financial peace. This visualization not only clarifies your intentions, but also aligns your energy with the outcome you desire. Now that both your environment and your mind are prepared, it's time to introduce the central element of the ritual, a small bag of rice. At first glance, this might seem like an ordinary object, but it holds profound symbolic meaning. In many cultures, rice represents abundance, prosperity, and stability. It's a staple food that sustains life and provides a sense of security. By using rice in this ritual, you're tapping into its rich symbolism and aligning your intentions with a universal symbol of plenty. Hold the bag of rice in your hands and take a moment to connect with it. Visualize the rice grains as tiny seeds of abundance, each one carrying the potential to grow and multiply. As you hold the bag, project your intentions for prosperity and financial stability into it. Imagine the rice absorbing your energy and desires, becoming a physical representation of your goals. This step is a powerful way to anchor your intentions in the material world. Next, choose a special spot in your closet to place the rice bag. This location should be discreet and protected, such as a high shelf or a drawer that isn't frequently accessed. The idea is to create a stable, undisturbed space where the energy of the rice can work its magic. As you place the bag in its designated spot, take a moment to mentally declare this area as a sacred space for abundance. Imagine it as a beacon of prosperity, radiating positive energy throughout your home. Once the bag is in place, pause to feel gratitude for the ritual you've just performed. Gratitude is one of the most powerful energies for attracting abundance. By acknowledging what you already have and expressing thanks for the blessings in your life, you create a positive feedback loop that invites even more good things to come your way. As you close the closet door, imagine the energy of prosperity flowing freely, unblocked by clutter or stagnant vibrations. From this moment on, the rice bag becomes a quiet yet potent presence in your home. Each time you open the closet, let it serve as a reminder of your intentions and the steps you've taken to invite abundance into your life. You don't need to move it or adjust it. Simply trust that it's working in harmony with your energy and environment to manifest the prosperity you desire. This simple yet meaningful act marks the beginning of a transformative journey toward financial peace and stability. Once the rice bag is placed in your closet, it becomes more than just a symbolic object. It becomes a constant anchor for prosperity, a subtle yet powerful reminder of your intentions, and a channel for abundance to flow into your life. But the ritual's true potential is realized when you actively maintain and amplify its effects. This doesn't require complex steps or deep spiritual expertise. Instead, it calls for simple, consistent practices that align your energy with the vibrations of abundance. Each day presents an opportunity to reinforce the prosperity you've invited, and these daily habits are the foundation for turning this ritual into a long-term transformation. One of the most powerful ways to maintain the energy of abundance is through gratitude. Gratitude is not just a fleeting emotion, but a state of being that reshapes your perspective on life. It shifts your focus from what you lack to what you already have, and in doing so, it creates a fertile ground for more blessings to enter your life. Begin each day by reflecting on at least 3 things you're grateful for. These can be as simple as having a roof over your head, a meal to enjoy, or a moment of peace in your day. By starting your morning with gratitude, you set a positive tone for the hours ahead, aligning your thoughts with the energy of abundance. When you approach your closet each day, let it serve as a touch point for this gratitude. Each time you see the rice bag, take a brief moment to silently give thanks for the blessings in your life. This small act reinforces your intentions and strengthens the energy of the ritual. Over time, these moments of gratitude become second nature, creating a continuous flow of positive energy between you and your environment. Another way to amplify the ritual's effects is through the use of affirmations. Affirmations are short, positive statements that align your thoughts with the outcomes you desire. When repeated regularly, they help reprogram your subconscious mind, replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Choose affirmations that resonate with your financial goals and repeat them daily. For example, you might say, "Abundance flows easily into my life," or "I am financially secure and free." These affirmations are most effective when spoken with conviction and paired with visualization, creating a vivid mental picture of your desired reality. Whenever you open your closet, you can silently or softly repeat an affirmation as you glance at the rice bag. This practice not only keeps your intentions alive, but also strengthens the connection between your physical environment and your mental state. Over time, these affirmations build a mindset of abundance, helping you make decisions and take actions that align with your goals. Visualization is another simple yet impactful tool to complement the ritual. Set aside a few minutes each day to close your eyes and vividly imagine the life you desire. Picture yourself free from financial stress, living in a space filled with comfort and security, and enjoying opportunities that flow effortlessly into your life. Focus on the emotions this vision brings: joy, peace, gratitude, and allow yourself to fully experience them as if your vision is already a reality. The more vividly you visualize, the more you reinforce your intentions, creating a powerful magnet for the opportunities and resources needed to make your vision come true. Beyond mental practices, physical care for your space plays a crucial role in maintaining the energy of abundance. The rice bag acts as a catalyst for prosperity, but the energy it generates is influenced by the environment around it. Keep your closet and home organized, clean, and harmonious to ensure the energy flows freely. Regularly declutter and refresh your space, removing any items that no longer serve a purpose or bring you joy. By maintaining a tidy and intentional environment, you reinforce the energy of abundance and create a physical reflection of your financial goals. It's also essential to cultivate an abundance mindset in your everyday actions. This means approaching your financial life with intention and care. Instead of making impulsive purchases or decisions driven by fear of scarcity, take a moment to consider how each action aligns with your goals. Ask yourself, does this decision bring me closer to the life I desire? This mindfulness extends beyond spending to include saving, investing, and even the way you speak about money. By treating your financial resources with respect and gratitude, you send a powerful message to the universe that you're ready to receive and manage abundance responsibly. Generosity is another key element of amplifying the ritual's effects. In Buddhist teachings, abundance is not just about receiving, it's also about sharing. When you give to others, whether it's through a kind gesture, a helping hand, or a financial contribution, you activate the flow of prosperity in your life. This doesn't mean giving beyond your means. Even small acts of kindness can create a ripple effect of positive energy. Each time you give freely and with an open heart, you reinforce the cycle of abundance, demonstrating that you trust there will always be enough to go around. As you continue to nurture the energy of the ritual, you may start to notice subtle yet significant changes in your life. Unexpected opportunities might arise, or you might find yourself making better financial decisions with greater ease. These shifts are a sign that the energy you've cultivated is taking root and growing. Embrace these moments as affirmations that the ritual is working, and allow them to strengthen your faith in the process. Consistency is the key to sustaining the positive effects of the ritual. The rice bag in your closet serves as a constant anchor, but it's your daily actions and mindset that keep the energy alive. Stay connected to your intentions through gratitude, affirmations, visualization, and mindful living. Remember that this ritual is not a one-time event, but an ongoing journey of transformation. Each day offers a new opportunity to deepen your connection to abundance and align your life with the prosperity you deserve. The journey doesn't end with the ritual, it evolves as you do. As you continue to cultivate the energy of abundance, you'll likely find that your definition of prosperity expands. It may go beyond financial security to include emotional well-being, meaningful relationships, and a sense of purpose. This holistic approach to abundance is at the heart of the Buddhist teachings that inspired the ritual. By aligning your inner and outer worlds, you create a life that is not only prosperous, but also deeply fulfilling. With the rice bag securely placed in your closet, the ritual's energy begins to quietly work its way into your life. But the power of this ritual isn't something that functions in isolation. It thrives when you maintain a consistent connection with your intentions and foster the positive energy you've activated. This connection is essential because it signals your commitment to the transformation you seek, both in your financial situation and in the harmony of your surroundings. The rice bag serves as a physical reminder, a focal point that encourages you to remain aligned with the prosperity and abundance you're inviting into your life. Every time you open your closet, take a moment to acknowledge the rice bag and the intentions it holds. You don't need to perform a grand gesture or recite elaborate affirmations each time you see it. Instead, allow it to be a quiet reminder of the energy you've put into motion. A simple, silent moment of gratitude when you catch sight of the bag can be enough to keep the energy flowing. Gratitude is a profound force, and by expressing thanks, even in the smallest of ways, you deepen the connection between your actions and the outcomes you desire. Over time, you may find that this practice of gratitude naturally expands into other areas of your life. You might begin to notice and appreciate the small blessings that appear daily, like an unexpected opportunity or a moment of peace. These seemingly minor events are not insignificant. They are reflections of the energy you're cultivating through the ritual. By recognizing and valuing these moments, you amplify their effects, creating a cycle of positivity that extends beyond your closet and into every aspect of your life. To further enhance the ritual, consider incorporating occasional acts of intentional reinforcement. These acts can take many forms, depending on what feels most natural and meaningful to you. For example, you might choose to revisit the rice bag every few weeks, holding it in your hands and renewing your intentions for prosperity. Visualize the energy of abundance flowing into the bag and radiating outward, touching every corner of your home and life. This act doesn't just refresh the energy of the ritual, it also strengthens your belief in its power, which is a key component of its effectiveness. If you feel inspired, you can pair this renewal process with other elements that resonate with you. Lighting a candle or incense, playing soft music, or meditating for a few minutes beforehand can create a peaceful and focused atmosphere. These additional touches aren't necessary, but they can deepen your sense of connection to the ritual and make it an even more meaningful experience. The key is to approach it with an open heart and a clear intention, allowing the act to flow naturally without forcing it. Another way to reinforce the ritual's energy is by combining it with the practice of visualization. Visualization is a powerful tool that helps you maintain focus on your goals while aligning your emotions with the outcomes you desire. Set aside a few minutes each day to vividly imagine your ideal life, free from financial stress and filled with abundance. Picture yourself in a home that feels peaceful and supportive, with opportunities flowing effortlessly into your life. As you visualize, try to feel the emotions associated with this vision: joy, security, gratitude, as if it's already your reality. These feelings amplify the energy of your intentions, creating a magnetic pull that draws your desires closer. The rice bag, as simple as it may seem, becomes a part of this visualization practice. Imagine it as a powerful tool that bridges the gap between your current reality and the abundance you're working toward. See it radiating energy that fills your home, dissolving obstacles and opening pathways to prosperity. By incorporating the rice bag into your visualizations, you deepen its symbolic meaning and strengthen its role in your journey toward financial harmony. As the ritual continues to unfold, you may begin to notice subtle yet significant shifts in your life. Perhaps you'll find that financial opportunities arise more frequently, or that you're making smarter decisions about how to manage your resources. These changes may seem small at first, but they are the building blocks of a larger transformation. Trust in the process and remain patient, knowing that the energy you've activated is working steadily to bring about the results you seek. It's also important to remain mindful of your own actions and mindset during this time. The ritual is not a substitute for taking practical steps toward your goals. Rather, it complements and enhances those efforts. Continue to approach your finances with care and responsibility, making thoughtful choices that align with the energy of abundance. By combining the ritual with conscious actions, you create a powerful synergy that accelerates your progress and strengthens your connection to the prosperity you desire. Generosity is another vital component of maintaining the ritual's energy. When you give to others, you reinforce the flow of abundance in your own life. This doesn't mean you need to give away large sums of money or make grand gestures. Even small acts of kindness, like offering help to a friend, donating to a cause you believe in, or simply sharing your time and energy, can have a profound impact. These acts of generosity create a cycle of giving and receiving, reminding you that abundance is not a finite resource, but a state of being that grows when shared. As the weeks and months pass, the rice bag becomes more than just an object in your closet. It becomes a symbol of your commitment to abundance, a tangible representation of the energy and intentions you've cultivated. Each time you see it, let it remind you of the progress you've made and the journey you're on. Celebrate the small victories along the way, whether it's paying off a debt, finding a new opportunity, or simply feeling more at peace with your financial situation. These moments of celebration keep your motivation high and your mindset aligned with the positive energy you're attracting. Eventually, you may decide to refresh the ritual entirely, perhaps by replacing the rice bag with a new one or by performing the cleansing and preparation steps again. This renewal process can mark a new chapter in your journey, symbolizing the continued growth and evolution of your relationship with abundance. As you revisit the ritual, take time to reflect on how far you've come and set new intentions for the future. The cycle of energy, gratitude, and action continues, carrying you forward toward a life that reflects your highest aspirations. As the rice bag continues to rest in its sacred spot, quietly radiating the intentions you've infused into it, the ritual begins to weave its transformative energy into the fabric of your daily life. This isn't just about leaving the bag in your closet and expecting miracles to happen. It's about creating a partnership with the energy you've activated, nurturing it with your actions, thoughts, and continued belief in its power. Each time you interact with your closet, even if only to retrieve an item, you're reinforcing the connection between your intentions and the abundance you seek. This ongoing interaction is what keeps the ritual alive, vibrant, and deeply rooted in your reality. Every time you open the closet door, allow yourself to pause, even if just for a moment. In that pause, remind yourself of the purpose behind the ritual and the prosperity you're inviting into your life. These small, mindful moments add up, building a consistent thread of intention that strengthens the energy of the ritual. Gratitude, once again, becomes a cornerstone of this process. As you glance at the rice bag, silently or aloud, express thanks for the abundance already present in your life and for the blessings yet to come. This simple act of gratitude magnifies the energy of the ritual, reinforcing your alignment with the vibrations of prosperity. The presence of the rice bag acts as a gentle, daily reminder that prosperity is not just a distant goal, but an ongoing state you are cultivating. Over time, this reminder helps reshape your mindset, fostering a deeper sense of trust in the flow of abundance. You may find yourself approaching challenges with a greater sense of calm, making decisions with more clarity, and recognizing opportunities that previously went unnoticed. These shifts are the result of the ritual's subtle but powerful influence, combined with your active engagement in nurturing its energy. One of the key aspects of this ritual is the stability it represents. By keeping the rice bag in a fixed location, you're creating a steady point of energy that anchors your intentions in your space. This stability is essential because it mirrors the financial stability you're working to achieve, just as the rice bag remains undisturbed, radiating its energy consistently. Your own mindset and actions should also reflect consistency and commitment. This means staying focused on your goals, making thoughtful decisions, and maintaining a sense of trust in the process. From time to time, you may feel the need to renew or strengthen the energy of the ritual. This doesn't mean moving the rice bag or starting over. Rather, it involves deepening your connection to it. One way to do this is by incorporating a periodic practice of intention setting. Choose a quiet moment, perhaps at the start of a new week or month, to hold the rice bag in your hands and revisit the intentions you originally placed into it. Reflect on your progress, express gratitude for the changes you've experienced, and reaffirm your desire for continued abundance. This act not only refreshes the energy of the ritual, but also reinforces your commitment to your goals. You might also find it helpful to pair this renewal practice with other symbolic acts that resonate with you, Lighting a candle, meditating, or even journaling about your financial journey can add depth and meaning to the process. These acts are not only therapeutic, but also serve as reminders of your active role in shaping your reality. The rice bag may be the focal point of the ritual, but the energy it generates is amplified by your ongoing engagement and belief. As the ritual continues to unfold, it's natural to notice signs that the energy of abundance is taking root in your life. These signs may appear in various forms: unexpected financial opportunities, a sense of ease in managing your resources, or even an improvement in your overall well-being. Pay attention to these moments, no matter how small they may seem, and celebrate them as milestones on your journey. By acknowledging these signs, you reinforce the energy of the ritual and build momentum toward even greater manifestations of prosperity. It's important to understand that the ritual is not a standalone solution, but a powerful tool that works in harmony with your actions and mindset. As you continue to nurture the energy of abundance, take practical steps that align with your intentions. This might involve creating a budget, exploring new income opportunities, or simply being more mindful of your spending habits. These actions not only support the ritual, but also demonstrate your commitment to creating a stable and prosperous life. Generosity remains a vital part of this journey. When you share your abundance with others, whether through acts of kindness, financial support, or offering your time and skills, you contribute to a cycle of giving and receiving that amplifies the energy of the ritual. Each act of generosity is a declaration that you trust in the flow of abundance, knowing that what you give will return to you multiplied. This trust is a powerful affirmation of the prosperity you're cultivating and serves to strengthen the energy you've set in motion. Over time, the rice bag becomes more than just an object in your closet. It becomes a symbol of your journey, a reminder of the intentions you've set, and a source of quiet strength as you navigate your path to abundance. Each time you interact with it, you're not just maintaining the ritual, you're actively participating in a process of transformation that aligns your inner world with your external reality. As the months go by, you may find that your relationship with the ritual evolves. Perhaps you'll feel inspired to incorporate new elements or adapt it to reflect your growing understanding of abundance. This evolution is a natural part of the journey, reflecting your own growth and the deepening connection between your intentions and the energy you're cultivating. The key is to remain open, flexible, and committed, allowing the ritual to serve as a constant source of support and inspiration. Ultimately, the power of the ritual lies not just in the placement of the rice bag, but in the intention, consistency, and belief you bring to it. It's a practice that invites you to engage with your environment, your energy, and your goals in a way that is both meaningful and transformative. By nurturing the energy of the ritual and staying connected to your intentions, you create a foundation for lasting abundance, not just in your finances, but in every aspect of your life. The rice bag is a humble yet profound reminder that even the simplest acts, when performed with intention, can lead to extraordinary results. As we reach the end of this journey, let's take a moment to reflect on the incredible power of simple yet meaningful rituals. The small act of placing a bag of rice in your closet, infused with clear intention and gratitude, is more than just a practice. It's a statement to the universe that you're ready to welcome abundance into your life. Remember, prosperity is not just about wealth. It's about aligning your inner and outer worlds to create harmony, stability, and peace. If this ritual resonates with you, take the first step today. Cleanse your space, set your intentions, and trust in the process. Small actions, repeated with purpose and belief, have the power to create lasting change. And as you nurture the energy of this practice, you'll begin to notice the subtle shifts that lead to a more abundant, fulfilling life. Thank you for joining me in exploring this transformative ritual. If this inspired you or gave you a new perspective, please like this video and share it with others who might benefit from this knowledge. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more insights, practices, and teachings that bring meaning and positivity into your life. Before you go, leave a comment below with the affirmation, "I am ready to embrace abundance." By doing so, you're not only declaring your intention, but also inspiring others in this community to begin their own journey. May your path be filled with prosperity, gratitude, and peace. Until next time, take care and stay open to the blessings that are already making their way to you.